This is the FM Gold channel of All India Radio. In the program News Analysis, now we bring you a discussion on Prime Minister's address to the nation in 50th Mann Ki Baat. The participants are N.K. Singh, political analyst, and Vinay Kumar, journalist.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi's monthly radio broadcast, Mann Ki Baat, which is very popular indeed, has completed 50 episodes today, that is on Sunday, November 25th. And in today's broadcast, Prime Minister shared the reason behind the conception of the radio program and its journey till now. And he said that it has mainly focused on socio-cultural problems, and he was very happy that people and media have particularly picked up themes from Mann Ki Baat like Clean India campaign, Beti Bachao campaign, Selfie with Daughters campaign. So today was the occasion also when Prime Minister Modi answered questions from listeners. He usually does, and a question was how he prepares for his Mann Ki Baat broadcast. So Prime Minister said that he does not very consciously prepare for it, but it is basically the feedback, the phone calls, mails, and Twitter and his Narendra Modi app through which he gets all the feedback to mold his Mann Ki Baat address. NK, today was indeed, 50th edition of Mann Ki Baat. And as Prime Minister himself said at one point, he said, Modi will come and go, but this country will remain eternal. Our culture will remain immortal. So he was sounding slightly emotional also, but how ideas come to him, how people respond. He also took criticism in his stride. So basically today was a background briefing by Prime Minister to all the listeners across length and breadth of the country.
The entire concept is altogether new. When initially Prime Minister embarked on this exercise, we were quite skeptical because normally from political class, political leader, you don't expect such issues as revolve around social arena. So he embarked on that, and today's one, that is the 50th one, was highly emotion-soaked. Reason was very obvious. Indian society is highly emotional. So when you are interacting with the society and you are giving a portion of emotion, then it carries conviction. Second aspect of it was that normally from political leader, you don't expect to take up social issues. Now, see this entire 50 episodes that we listened to, invariably they were apolitical, completely non-political. And there were such issues which revolved around social habits, civic unconsciousness. For example, you can delve deep into that. Khel India. One episode was devoted to Khel India, asking youth to go to the playing field. Khelo. That was the concept. If you play, then your psychology will be different. Your personality will be altogether of a different nature. That is how he was embarking on such issues which were really no political class had ever ventured into. So this was a new, and it did carry conviction and it did affect the society. For example, Swachh Bharat, you can see, and well, he rightly said that media had also picked it up and went along with the concept. So Swachhata, for example, cleanliness habit, no law of the world can really make you clean, because this is your personal hygiene. It is your social hygiene. Are you really, by law, can you be restricted or can you be forced into doing something which you don't want? So these are issues out of volition. So there, Swachh Bharat, for example, your garbage, you cannot litter it next door neighbor's place. So this is as simple as that. Similarly, you cannot throw your garbage on the street. That is the second aspect. Now all of a sudden you will be surprised to know places like Ghaziabad, where I live. The Ghaziabad Development Authority had started, and municipal corporation also, running garbage collecting motor vehicle, which used to announce every morning, garbage vehicle has come to your residence. You can put this garbage in your vehicle and help clean the city. Now, till date, ever since much before this was launched, I remember that these development authorities or municipal corporations used to treat people like garbage. Now, all of a sudden, they are coming to your doorstep and requesting you to put your garbage in that van. So, this is the drastic change that was affected by this entire exercise. Similarly, Khadi. At one point of time, while talking about the use of khadi, he said, अगर आप खादी पहनते हैं तो किसी गरीब के घर एक दिया जलता है. Means he will get out of his poverty.
He also said that people can buy at least one khadi product.
Yes.
If nothing,
this can be bed sheet, this can be your
towel, it can be your handkerchief, it can be a kurta.
Yes. So that will change the entire concept of the poverty. I mean, somebody will get out of poverty out of this exercise. Why can't we do it? It was highly apolitical. There was no gain. Why did Modi embark on this exercise? One has to delve into this. When a leader with a massive mass support gets a popular majority, it's not only majority, recognition, acceptability, then he suddenly becomes a statesman. How this succeeded? Initially we were not, because no political leader in the world had ever ventured into this kind of exercise. This was second one. The first, of course, was by Roosevelt. Roosevelt did try this, but it didn't work somehow. It was Second World War. Now, after that, this was the first attempt by a political leader who was Prime Minister of a country with a population of 133 crore. So, he embarked on this exercise. The condition for success of this kind of social masses is that your credibility must be very high and intact, ever since you have started this exercise. Now, there is no denying the fact that Modi's acceptability even today is intact. When he talks about the social aspect, people get convinced by that. So that is how it succeeded. So this exercise, initially I was very skeptical about it. And many other analysts were also skeptical.
Even Prime Minister Modi also, right in the beginning of program today, when he was narrating the story, how this idea came to him about this program. So he used to be in charge of Himachal Pradesh as General Secretary.
Yes, I remember.
And he went to Himachal Pradesh and he was surprised to see a roadside eatery, a dhaba owner in a secluded terrain getting news and information from the radio. And Prime Minister in today's broadcast, he recalled that the man, overjoyed, turned on the radio. Then he heard the voice of Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee, who was saying that it was the day India had conducted its atomic test. So Prime Minister Modi said since then it has always been in his mind that the radio is linked to the masses and has a lot of power. You talked about Khadi. The impact of Prime Minister's appeal was that Khadi showed a 125% jump.
Yeah.
And the New Delhi outlet of KVIC in one day registered a sale of more than 1 crore.
Yes. I mean, this figure shows that whatever he said about Khadi, and Khadi, mind you, it's not for cleanliness. It's about Khadi, and people started buying that. So you can imagine between 2004 and 2014, this production growth rate was just 4%. And after that, it galloped to 37%. So means people started adopting Khadi. And it's not a question of Khadi. The question is that by Khadi, poor people who are producing, who are in cotton business, and then the weavers, they all will be getting subsistence level raised. So that is why this really is a wonderful exercise. I think this is one exercise which must continue, and this will change the social civic unconsciousness that people have, and because of which, like Beti Padhao, Beti Bachao, it was not the state's role to cajole people into action, but he did implore them, and not only implore, now people have started sending their girl children to schools. So these are massive changes that he effected because of this.
And if you see the other social concerns which Prime Minister has flagged in fact taken up in a big way in his monthly address is drug abuse. Then on Khadi products, as you said, that the railway, police, defence, postal, hilly areas, peculiar problems, the feedback.
Even banks were implored at one point of time when the government launched this Mudra Yojana. Then he made a personal appeal to the bankers, particularly bank officials, that please do see that this scheme gets desired success, and think of those youth who are trying to do some business and they have come to you to seek some money so that they can, by virtue of that money, they can run their business and they can make out their roji roti. So that is how he implored the bankers. That is how I think this was an exercise which had really changed the society substantially. Swachh Bharat would not have been successful had it been purely a government exercise. There had been no emotional appeal from a leader whose acceptability was unquestionable at the time and even today.
Ankit, the highlight, I think, had been a special joint address when US President Barack Obama was visiting India in January 2015 when he was chief guest in that year's Republic Day parade. Both of them, Mr. Modi and Mr. Obama, they jointly featured in this radio broadcast. That was a highlight of this program. Another one, Two other aspects come to my mind, can elaborate upon them. His appeal for Yoga Day, which has been taken up in a big way. Then his appeal, his message to students to not get stressed during exams, which has resulted in publication of a booklet, Exam Warriors, not only in Hindi, but program is now available in all regional languages across length and breadth of the country. And Mr. Modi today was saying, even this was also news to me when he said that Akashvani has made arrangements for translation of his address in regional languages.
Now you think about these students, he asked, do not get stressed during examination. Why would the state or somebody representing the state be so much worried about the students' stress? So why would he do that? That was a passion. Anybody who is delving deep into the social malice obviously will see that these are the handicaps in society and no law can really change it. Therefore, an emotional appeal, an appeal from somebody whose acceptability, whose credibility is very high and who has shifted to the stature of a statesman. That is how it can be. Otherwise, it would not have been possible. If that had been the image, things would not have been that positive. But he has gained an image of a statesman, and that precisely is the reason why when he says something on social domain, it does convince people.
Today, one question which Prime Minister answered was how he has kept Mann Ki Baat out of politics.
Yes.
He has not talked politics in it.
All through this I was studying and I found that there is no trace of any political message from the government so far as image is concerned. It was purely apolitical and he consciously kept it, ensured it that there is no political component in it. See, had he done it, his credibility would have gone. So therefore he ensured that they are only social issues pertaining to individuals, individual habits, individual consciousness or unconsciousness, like drug abuse. Punjab is breathing under the pain of that abuse. Social milieu has completely changed, tarnished. So therefore, it has to be a concern for all of us. So if Prime Minister, with a strong credibility, if he is making this appeal, it does carry conviction.
And he said that Mann Ki Baat will neither have the praises of the government nor his own name. He said that he got the inspiration and strength to stay true to his resolution from all the listeners. And today another suggestion which Prime Minister appreciated the suggestion was from a girl in Gurugram saying that 26th November is observed as Constitution Day. Yeah. So Prime Minister spoke about Constitution also, how our leaders at that time had prepared Constitution in less than 3 years' time. And that Constitution is the
most voluminous.
Most voluminous. So he spoke about that also. And very candid admission by the Prime Minister came when he said that while thanking media for tuning into Mann Ki Baat and all TV channels broadcast and telecast Prime Minister's address, he said that no political person is ever happy with the media.
Normally we don't get accolades from the political powers that be, particularly from the government. But it's good that Prime Minister has recognized the efforts of the media and particularly or from all visual media, the print or the electronic media. Since it was completely apolitical, non-political, therefore media also took it up as a campaign and it did work. And so far as All India Radio is concerned, its reach is very vast and it is at the remotest corner. People talk about that, people listen to radio. So therefore, this All India Radio exercise went to the masses.
Minister also recognized the fact that the reach of the program has been multiplied by use of social media like Twitter and Facebook. So let's hope that this Mann Ki Baat gains strength with each passing month and by the day. And it's a monthly broadcast by the Prime Minister. So everyone, as you said, what Prime Minister says, people look forward to that. And with
that is a great effort from Prime Minister.
Great effort, and let's hope that this effort continues. And as Mr. Modi himself said, the country will remain eternal and our culture will remain immortal. So this message which he conveyed in today's edition, I think very important message. Let's hope that there will be many more editions of Mann Ki Baat. Thank you, Mr. N.K.
Thank
for
you.
the discussion.
Thank you very much.
You were listening to a discussion on Prime Minister's address to the nation in 50th Mann Ki Baat. The participants were N.K. Singh, political analyst, and Vinay Kumar, journalist. This program was produced and presented by the News Services Division of All India Radio. This program is also available on our website, newsonair.nic.in. You may email your opinion about this program at airnsttalks@gmail.com.